Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 716. Who do we meet in our lives? We meet Stanley. Look at him. Look at him back there. Okay. Alright, who do we meet in our lives? The first people you meet are family, of course. Family gatherings. You meet your cousins. You get your cool cousins. You get your cousins that are dorks. Everybody has cousins. And, you meet them at the family gatherings, and then they go away. You actually don't hang out with your cousins as much as some might. Some might, but generally that doesn't happen. You get your classmates as you grow up. First start, you go to school, you meet your classmates, and you go year to year to year to year. So those people become your closer group because you're with them every day. Every day. And then, after you graduate high school, what do? You go to college or trade school, and now you've got a new group of possible friends. You try to hang with your old friends from high school, but you've moved on. You're in different things. You've got different interests. And now you can be with people who share your interests. Well, then college goes, and then you move on. Now you've got your first job. So you don't have a job with people from high school, from college. You're on your own. You might have even moved to take this job. And now you're in a new city in entirety. So now you've got your job friends. One thing you'll find out is most people are dissatisfied in their job after a certain amount of time. You're all excited when you get the job, but then as you get into the grind, you get dissatisfied. And people that you've been in jobs with, that you've complained with about that job, when you move on from them too. And this is just an observation on my part that people you complain with about stuff, you move on, you don't go back to them because that's not a life you liked. You didn't like complaining. You didn't like hearing complaints. But you did because, hey, everybody hates this company because, oh my God, they're treating us so badly. You're getting your paycheck. You're working hard. You're giving them your life. But then you move on. So then you come into your colleagues from hobbies or professions. These are people that it's a hobby. So these are things you like. So these aren't people you complain with. You find out that, hey, they have the same interests. Say, we're flying planes, we're flying remote control planes, we're making quilts, we're doing things that are cool that we like. And these people might become even closer. And then profession, I throw that in because a lot of writers start their writing life as a hobby, and then it becomes a profession. And those people, look for them. You're going to find that, hey, they become pretty tight because, hey, they're all here. We're all fighting the same battle to provide for our families. So then we've turned our hobby into a profession. So now we need to know a little bit more. So we professionalize. And that means we get closer with those folks. What are you doing differently? What is this? How is this market working for you? How are the audiobooks? What about your translations? And you find that these folks are helping you out. And also, you're older now. So you look back, step back up through that list of people that you've met in your lives. How many are still with you? And that's okay that they aren't. Sure, thanks to Facebook, I have all my high school friends back on there. But in high school, I was kind of a jerk. I didn't like it, and I kind of treated people poorly. And sometimes, going back to that, it just brings up old memories that aren't fun. And so, I'm sorry. I apologize to everybody for being a dick to you when I was in high school. I was looking at other things, and there's no excuse for that. Be in the moment. Treat the people you meet fine, and then it's okay to move on. This is the hardest lesson that we have to learn as we try to keep some of those old relationships alive, and it takes more energy than we have, and it affects the current things that we're doing. When you become an author, this is a hard business. It's a hard business for authoring, and this is your tribe now. These are people you've never met before, you didn't grow up with, they're not family, most of them are just internet friends because, hey, writing is a lonely business. You're at your computer. I'm in the middle of Alaska. It's just me right here at my computer, my computers. I have this whole command center thing going, but I'm not in the basement at least. You grow, you move on, you can step back, shake hands, but keep moving forward because that's your life. Your life is out the windshield and not in the rearview mirror. But everybody you've met along the way, has influenced you in some way. And this is how you write, because all of these influences have shaped who you are. Take them, embrace them, and put them down on paper. Make for better stories, because these are stories from lives well lived, lives hard lived, and those things that we did back then. Hey, everybody does that stuff. Everybody does stuff that they regret as they get older in life and look back and say, "Oh man, I was kind of mean to that person." And they've moved on as well. And hopefully they've learned in ways to, hey, confront people who are mean to them. I won't let you be mean to me. And that's something I have a hard time with now, because I don't want to just squash people, because there's no reason to. People have a bad day, just recognize that and move on. Everybody you meet influences you, and it's okay to move on from them to a place as you get older and older, and all of a sudden you're going to be retired in Sun City, Arizona, and now you have newer friends because everybody's retired now, new interests. What do you do when you're retired? I don't know. I've retired twice, and I've failed both times, so I can't answer that. Peace, fellow humans.